Welcome back. Today we are going to give Alice's house a roof, and we can also do some fencing. So I always struggle with roofing. I find it quite a pain to do, but we can only try. So if you click on the roof or roofs on the little house on the left, you'll come to all these different types of roofing. So the first one we've got is the gabled roof. And if you want to turn your gabled roof around, you click on these arrows. And to extend your roof, you can use the arrows on the sides or on the fronts and back. And then if you wanted to create some interesting shapes, these balls, if you click on them, then you will, so yeah, the balls can create some really interesting shaped roofs. And this arrow here raises the height of your roof. And to move your roof around, it's just this little move icon. So say you don't want these, what would you call these, eaves hanging down? These little funny little arrows will raise it up and down for you. And if you hold the shift key while doing that, you can do one side at a time. So say you wanted the right side to go all the way to the ground, you just hold the shift key and put it down. And you can have some kind of weird A-frame. So that is your gabled roof. And then we have the hipped roof. And it's the same thing, so all the arrows to extend and decrease. Got this one to extend the height. And if you want all these interesting shapes, it's just these little balls that you click on and drag to whatever shape you want. And then we've got our half gabled roof. So you can make a flat roof with this one. All the odd shapes. If you wanted to get rid of this hanging down bit here, just shift and move up. And then we've got our half hipped roof, which speaks for itself. So if you turn that around, and then we've got our hexagonal, octagonal, and our circular. Same thing, the arrows to increase or decrease, and the balls to make all the odd shape. That looks like a witch's hat. And then we have our diagonal roofs, the gabled roof diagonal, the half gabled roof diagonal, the half hipped roof diagonal, and the hipped roof. So because this is such an odd shape, I'm going to use quite a few different pieces. So I think for over here we can use the gabled roof diagonal. So obviously I want it facing the other way, so just turn it around, extend slightly, and maybe to the back. Okay, and then I'm gonna shorten both sides. So just click and drag the corner arrow. And I think for this area I'm going to use the hipped roof. So it doesn't look too bad going into the hipped roof. And then we can use the half gabled roof to make a roof over our little porch. And again, to extend the one side, I'm going to press shift and just extend to there. Okay, and then for this area, so we could put a deck here, or you can even use a platform to make a roof. So if we use this one, just turn it around. It's on the curve. There we go. So, and then you can raise your platform and give it some platform trim. What happens if we extend it into here? Let's see. So there we go. So that's just something a little different. But if we wanted to put a deck on here, so it would be a little bit difficult with these round walls. You cannot draw a fence on a curve or place a fence enclosure, but you can replace fences. So what I would do is just copy this, place it on top. So you have, and you can just use that to use the replace fences tool, and then you can just delete the rest. And then you have a little deck upstairs. So I think I'm actually going to replace this fencing with something else. So there we go. And we can even use that down here. Let's give Alice a fenced in front garden. So we can also place fences by drawing, which I think most people use. Maybe make it from there. Okay, so if you didn't want an enclosed area like this, but you do want a fence, what you need to do is you start just before the house. So you've got a gap there. Okay, and then also leave a gap. And then what you do is you click on your fence and you just drag the arrow to join the house, and you do the same on the other side. And that won't enclose it completely, so you'll still have your ground or your garden. And that is roofing and fencing. Oh, we just need to put some stairs in the house so she can get to the deck. So there we have it. We now have a basic shell, and in the next video we can have a look at some decorations for the outside, maybe changing the color of the roof trim, and some columns and doors and windows. So we'll say goodbye to Alice, who looks very miserable. She's uncomfortable because her house is poorly decorated. So we'll see her next time.